Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in the world it is that you are. Welcome once more to another live stream of Alexandra Mayer's live, page by page reading and commentary of the modern English version of the Bible. Today, we're going to go into Exodus 33, the command to leave Sinai. All right. And for those of you who have missed out over the past couple of days, yesterday we went over the golden calf story from Exodus 32. And that was interesting because it really illustrated how, even though the people who Moses liberated from slavery, the Hebrews, even though they saw so many miracles, specifically through Moses, they still didn't retain enough faith within him. They created a graven image. Aaron even assisted with this, and it invoked God's wrath, Moses's wrath also, and it led to the slaying of quite a few of their people because Moses was that angry about it. So, anyways, we're going to continue with the situation, with the story, with the Bible via Exodus 33, the command to leave Sinai. And I hope all of you today are having a wonderful morning. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Depart, go up from here, you and the people whom you have brought up from the land of Egypt to the land which I swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, to your descendants I will give it. I will send an angel before you, and I will drive out the Canaanite, the Amorite, the Hittite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Go up to a land flowing with milk and honey. However, I will not go up in your midst, for you are a stiff necked people, and I might destroy you on the way." So God's still a little bit upset about that golden calf. I assume that stiff necked translates to hard headed. And he's right. He's right. Um, the people within this group are not particularly grateful, but their numbers are down as of current due to Moses. Because when Moses saw what the people did in regards to the graven image, he basically allowed his favored within the group to kill off quite a few of the people within the group. I didn't know that part of the story. It's a little bit gruesome. You'll have to go back to Exodus 32 to hear about that. When the people heard this disturbing word, they mourned, and no one put on his ornaments. For the Lord had said to Moses, say to the children of Israel, you are a stiff-necked people. If I went up among you for one moment, I might destroy you. Now, therefore, take off your ornaments so that I may know what I will do to you. The children of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments by Mount Oreb, the tent of meeting. Moses took the tent and pitched it outside the camp, a good distance from the camp, and called it the tent of meeting. And anyone who sought the Lord would go out to the tent of meeting, which was outside the camp. So whenever Moses went out to the tent, all the people would rise up and stand, every man at the entrance of his tent, and gaze after Moses until he entered the tent. And whenever Moses entered the tent, the pillar of cloud descended and stood at the entrance of the tent. And the Lord spoke with Moses. When all the people saw the pillar of cloud standing at the entrance of the tent, all the people rose. Oops, I lost my place. Here we are. All the people rose up and worshiped, every man at the entrance of his tent. The Lord spoke to Moses face to face, just as a man speaks with his friend. When he returned to the camp, his servant Joshua, the son of Nun, a young man, did not depart from the tent. The glory of God. Moses said to the Lord, "See, you say to me, bring up this people, but you have not let me know whom you will send with me. Yet you have said, I know you by name, and you have also found grace in my sight. Now, therefore, I pray you, if I have found favor in your sight, show me now your way, that I may know you, and that I may find favor in your sight. Consider, too, that this nation is your people." And just as a side note, it's interesting how now Moses does not have to go up the mountain to speak with God. Instead, all he has to do is go into the tent of meeting, which really does sound in modern day terminology that one of those items that was fashioned for that tent might have been some sort of a technological communication device. I mean, it could have been a spiritual communication device, divine. We don't know. But it's just interesting to think about that now he has a remote way to talk to God to where he doesn't have to go so far. So let's continue. And he said, "My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest." Then he said to him, "If your presence does not go with us, do not bring us up from here. For how will it be known that I have found favor in your sight, I and your people? Is it not by your going with us, so that we will be distinguished, I and your people, from all the people who are on the face of the earth?" The Lord said to Moses, "I will do this thing of which you have spoken, for you have found favor in my sight, and I know you by name." Then Moses said, "I pray, show me your glory." Then he said, "I will make all my goodness pass before you, and I will proclaim the name of the Lord before you. I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and I will show mercy on whom I will show mercy," he said. "You cannot see my face, for no man can see me and live." So God is going to distinguish this group once more from the rest of the populace on earth at that time. Then the Lord said, "Indeed, there is a place by me. You must stand on the rock. While my glory passes by, I will put you in a cleft of the rock and will cover you with my hand while I pass by. Then I will take away my hand, and you will see my back, but my face may not be seen." Interesting. So that's the end of Exodus 33. And at this point, Moses wants to see more of God, but he's not able to. He's not able to. God, maybe the human mind cannot comprehend what the appearance of God looks like. Maybe there's other reasons. Maybe God just, didn't feel like showing what he completely looked like. Who knows? But it's interesting. It's very interesting because Moses, unlike the others, he is distinguished from the rest of the group, and he was able to go up on Mount Sinai and converse with God, um, or at least be close within the vicinity. But still, there's portions of the situation that he's not able to physically be around. So it's something to ponder, something to contemplate, something to think about. But I enjoyed today's reading. Thank you to those of you who joined me. And tomorrow, or maybe later tonight, depending on how much energy I have, we'll go into Exodus 34, which should be as enjoyable as today was. So take care, everyone. Have a good one. Bye bye.